What is good, chat? Shout out to Pirates, all the Pirates and Pirates. What is good? Welcome aboard, mateys. It's the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, baby. Let's go. Let's go. The one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Motherfuckers can't do it like us. King Kong ain't got shit on me. That's like the energy that I'm coming with right now. Like that's for real. The energy that I'm really exuberating. Yeah, I went live 30 minutes earlier than what I normally do. Why? Because I can fucking do that. Why? Because we're gonna grind. We're on this fantasy football grind. We're gonna grind. We're gonna make content. We're gonna put content out. We're gonna answer your fantasy football questions. This way, if anyone has a fantasy football question 30 minutes early, guess what I'm doing? I'm answering your damn fantasy football question 30 minutes early. Why? Because I'm Rumboyz Robbie and I'm that boy, bro. I'm that guy. I got that dog in me. You dig what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's go. Hold up. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Stop it. Stop it, StreamYard. Fucking yo, let's get the chat up in here. I know Wednesdays usually like start off pretty slow for you guys. Like I never understand why. Like Fridays, y'all are ready. Fridays, y'all are ready. Y'all are turned up. Y'all are ready. Like Mondays, y'all are ready. Thursdays, y'all are ready. AMA, man, it'd be taking y'all like a hot minute to be getting that shit flowing. And then y'all be having questions throughout all the other damn streams. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What it do? Dilly. BKB, what is good, bro? What is good? Yes, that's right. Rumboyz for life. Fuck y'all squad. Bro, we have been on a tear lately. We have been on an absolute tear lately. I'm like looking at our DraftKings. And like Sundays we just go a little bit over breaking even. We have hit every single Monday. We have hit every single Thursday. We clear primetime. We hit Sunday night football. We clear prime time. We just gotta get those morning and afternoon games. Like I don't want to just get fucking 7 games right, 8 games right. Like I don't want to fucking just, I don't want to get like, 50% of like the afternoon window and 50% of the morning window. No, we need to clear a whole fucking slate. I know it's hard to do, but we've done it before. Like it's the winning money is dope, but when you really just outright beat the bookie, I want to do the impossible. I want to fucking do the impossible, ladies and gentlemen. I want us as a channel, as a YouTube channel, to do the impossible. Fucking turn this plaque into a silver play button, play button. That's what we need to do. Robbie needs a silver play button. Put the content out there, share the content. I put it out on Instagram. I put it out on TikTok. I put the shit out everywhere. But I know I went live early. I went live way earlier than usual. So the algorithm's probably like, fuck your life. Algorithm's probably like, why would you do something so stupid? Ooh, the screens are bright. The screens are bright. Bright lights. All of the lights. Teams that have failed to score 20-plus points this season, the Patriots, Saints, and Raiders. Talk about like for real, fuck your life. Like talk about for real. That's sad. That's sad. But like when you look at the Saints, hold on. Let's see something here. Because like I feel like when you look at the Saints, Like just how gritty their defense plays. Let's see here. They're 2-2. The Saints are 2-2. Like, believe it or not, like it may not feel like it because they don't like offensively, like it's just not clicking. The Raiders are 1-3. The Patriots just suck. Like the Patriots are 1-3, and they probably should have a 0 where that 1 is. Patriots have not impressed this season whatsoever. Why is Rashee Rice trending? What up, Aiden? There we go. There we go. Top graded offensive rookies through 4 weeks of football. Devon Chan, Puka Nacua, Rashee Rice, Sam Laporta, Jets guard Joe Tippmann, Zach Charbonnet, believe it or not, Bijan Robinson, Zay Flowers, Tank Dell, CJ Stroud. I don't really know about the whole Charbonnet one, but you know, it's top graded per PFF. Those are PFF grades. Definitely not translating into fantasy football for Charbonnet. Robbie, I made a trade in my 16. Got Devonta and Chig for Christian Watson, Javonte, and Ertz. I have Hurts and Javonte second. Let's go. I like that. That's spicy. That's spicy. I could get down with that. I can get jiggy with this. I can get jiggy with that. I can fucks with that. Let's see something here. Oh, fuck. In one of my leagues, I have no trades. I never even realized it. Now I need a tight end since Chig blows. You do, but you can kind of stream it a little bit, like at tight end, because tight end is a fucking wasteland. Like tight end is a desert right now, bro. Tight end is a straight up desert. Like, hold on. Let's see something here. Because I saw something today. Uh-oh. Cap to the XFL possibly? All right. What the hell? Chad Johnson. Let's see here. I'm trying to find this fucking tight end stat that like I had earlier today. I like posted it actually. Like I had posted it and it was bad. It was really, really bad. Basically, like every fucking tight end is done for. Where is it? Should I trade Terrence Marshall and JMO for Logan Thomas? You have Jameson Williams? Like you got Jameson Williams? Because if you got Jameson Williams, like fuck. Like You might just hang on to that gym. Like, what are they wanting for JMO basically? Like, that's what I'm curious about. What are they pushing for? Damn, I can't find the fucking tight end stat that I had posted. It must have been taken down. Like, they must have like taken it back or something. Like, it was like really messed up. Fucking Jerry Jeudy attacking Philip Lindsay is hilarious. When Philip Lindsay has done more for Colorado than he has. Bears to release fucking Chase Claypool. I have Cooks and Marshall. He's offering Logan Thomas. Okay, yeah, make that trade. Make that trade. Best tight end on the wire in a 16-man are Trotman and Noah Gray. You might get a little something out of Noah Gray. Pittman, Christian Watson, or Drake London, pick 2. The 2 not named Drake London. The 2 absolutely positively not named Drake London. Like, I went on a rant the other night. Like, Drake London is just not it. Let me see something here really quick. What did Yeah, he's wide receiver 52, bro. Yeah, wide receiver 52. Nah, dude. I don't even want that for you. I want you to win. I want you to win. I want you to go out there and get cash and trophies. I want you to beat the brakes out of all the rest of your league mates and out of all your friends. Fuck that, dude. Hell not, dude. There is no meet me in the London this season. That is not happening. No one is doing that song and dance this year. His best game was week 2 against Green Bay, and he has to play Houston, who has a stout defense. Oh, I'm going by that, and there's not even still a single format that I want him in. There's still not a single format. Yeah. Like, can you trade him? Can you possibly trade him, Tucker? You could try try and move him for try and see if you can move up, in that higher wide receiver 3-ish type of range. See if you can package. What does your whole team look like? Maybe you have to package them, but I would definitely try and maybe see if I can land wide receivers 30 through 40-ish. Find a way that I can move up into that range. Like, you're not going to be able to move up and maybe move up and try and get Jaden Reed. I'm really hoping that Denver figures out the Marvin Mims thing, because he's the best on that best receiver on that team. I did not watch the new Gridiron Heights yet. I need to. It was a busy day at work, bro. I was fucking busy. I'm even trying to look at even running back targets. Like, you can move up and try and go and get. Because you can try and fake someone out with the whole I'm giving you the wide receiver 1 on Atlanta. And see if they fall for that. I mean, I doubt it. Hurts, Bijan, Monty, Hot. Watson, Olave, Pittman, Bass. But there's also Drake London. Fuck, I don't want you to have Drake London. Like, I didn't even like when's Zay Jones gonna be back? Like when is Zay Jones gonna be back? Like, please. You can go get wide receiver 67, Jerry Jeudy. Fuck. You could try and trade for Jerry Jeudy and hope that Jerry Jeudy gets worked into the offense and they actually start using him. You know, you'll probably get a couple of boom games out of him. Oh, God, Zay Jones is ass. Yeah, you have a solid bench. You have a very solid bench. You're not coming up off of Evan Ingram. Yes, definitely a big tank that week. It's definitely Atwell over Pittman, Olave, or Watson. Not confidently. You can't confidently start them. And I think that's where the problem lies. Is like, when do I start Tutu Atwell? And I feel like the answer lies within the bye weeks. You got a guy on bye and Tutu Atwell's available there. That's when you know. That's when you can really start him. Like, you're not going to get a whole lot for Drake London. I mean, fuck, if you got a Falcons fan on your team, they might go for it. But I mean, trade Drake London for Kyle Pitts. Fuck. Dallas's offense isn't clicking. I'm trying to think, like, whose offense is clicking. Like, see if you can bring back Jameson Williams. Because Jameson Williams hasn't played yet. We don't know what it's going to look like. We don't know what it's going to be. It can't be worse than fucking Drake London. And at least the Lions are clicking. I'm like, hey, bro, like, you want to, come up off of Drake London. People aren't happy with Waddle right now, but he's wide receiver 56. It's the Braxton Berrios show right now. Ooh, Jameson's on waiver wire. Nice. Nice. You might be able to get away with dropping Cashapp. Well, no, you need a backup running back. Fuck. Jameson is going to be better than Drake London. I'd be willing to fucking drop Drake London. I'm so done with Drake London. I'm so out. I'm so out. I'm so out on anything Atlanta passing. Itty bitty South City 6'5", 650. What's good, bro? What's good? What's good? I could try and get Nico Collins for London and Ingram. Give him London and Gus Edwards. Keep Evan Ingram. Be greedy. At first. Pitch high, then work your way back. Marco, what's good? What's good? I traded away Michael Wilson to get Jerome Ford. What'd you think? No! Browns are a bye. Michael Wilson is definitely showing that he's him. And if the Arizona Cardinals decide, guess what, guys? We're not tanking. Kyler Murray, get your ass out there. And, like, they start winning, like, him with Kyler Murray. Ooh, I feel like that's going to be nasty, bro. I feel like that's going to be nasty. People are starting to fade Jerome Ford. Like, people are starting to fade Jerome Ford. After all that fab that people spent, motherfuckers starting to fade. Like, I don't even blame them. Like, the thing is, like, I don't even blame them. I told you guys not to blow all that fab on Jerome Ford. Like, he's supposed to be the lead back there. But, like, Kareem Hunt was brought in, and they're on a bye week. So there's plenty of time to get Kareem Hunt worked in. Pierre Strong is, like, right there, and it seems like that they're going to probably run with a little bit of Strong, with a little bit of Hunt. From what I'm hearing, that one's tough. That was tough, dude. Especially because Browns are on a bye right now. It's definitely a trade move that has you planning for the future. It has you planning for the rest of the season. It's definitely not a move to try and win week 5. I propose London and Edwards for Collins and Pacheco. I hope that dude takes that. If that dude takes that, you run with it, mate. Like, yeah, Browns on bye. 2-2 right now, full PPR, 10-man, Tua, Aaron Jones, Gibbs, Amon-Ra, Puka Nacua, Sam Laporta, 2-2, Gus Edwards, Ford, Rashid Rice, Godwin, T. Higgins, Dobbs, Eckler, Deontay. What moves should I look to make? I wish you would have kept Mike Wilson. You trade a waiver wire piece for a waiver wire piece. It should balance out. Deontay Johnson has to move off your team. Deontay Johnson can go somewhere. What you're going to get for him is a tough situation. Yeah, you got Deontay on IR. I just hope that when he comes back, he'll like be the one. The offense without him definitely looks pedestrian. Hope that he comes back and he comes back healthy. I got 2 IR spots, him and Eckler there right now. So then, yeah, you don't really have to worry about it. You can hope for the best when he comes back. I mean, but you could even try and trade him. You could try and trade him. I don't think that Puka Nacua gets affected by a Cooper Kupp's return this week. I think they both still see plenty of touches. I think they both still flourish. I think they both are still smash plays in that Rams Sean McVay led offense. Yo, what's good? What's good, CB? Yeah, Deontay's just hard to move because he's injured, but I'd be wanting to move him, looking to move him. Like, hey, like, can I get Terry McLaurin? What about Edwards in London for Bijan Robinson and Pickens? Or Brian Robinson. I'm sorry, Brian. Yes. Send that and see if you can land that. Absolutely send that. Absolutely run that. Absolutely play that. Okay, so I guess it's looking like JT for real back. All righty. All righty. This should be good. This should be good. This should be very, very interesting. Does he go out there, put up a crazy fucking home run performance for the Colts, and then just be like, oh, my hamstring hurts, and then it'll be like, now pay me. I really hope Tucker pulls this off. Mini-min. Get Brian Mini-min Robinson. Bro, yes. Absolutely. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that? Make sure you guys give us a follow. You like, you comment, you subscribe, all that good stuff. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. All of your interactions are baller as fuck. Is Cooper Cup for sure playing? It's sounding like it. It's sounding like it. I think that he's pushing. He's trying to push to play. For what control he has to be able to get back on the field. He's trying to get back out there and he's trying to play. So, I mean, it's going to be an interesting development to see how that develops, see how that turns out. Does he get what he wants? That's going to be tough. That's going to be the tough part. Definitely going to be the tough part. I think he's going to play. I think that he's going to play, bro. For real. He's sat out long. He's sat out. He's healed. You know, I'm hoping whatever he's dealt with, the ailment, it's surpassed. We've been waiting for this as fantasy managers. For fantasy managers, this is what we've been waiting for, been wanting to finally be able to rush Cooper Cup out there. I mean, at least for the shares that you do have, for the capital that you spent, you're needing to go out there. Yeah, to my knowledge, I didn't see anything that said he wasn't. He is healthy. Or no, he's questionable. The Lions didn't even hold an official practice. They didn't even hold like an official practice today. So yeah. So abdomen. I feel like I wouldn't worry too much about him on just because he's one of those players that is gonna play through something like that. Has the capabilities to play through something like that. So I'm not too concerned. Tuck. I'm not too concerned there, bro. I mean, we do remember we are also live Sunday mornings before kickoff. So if anything does change, we go through it, we let you know. A 4-man, what? That's crazy. That's crazy. It's just a matter of who the hell can build the best lineup that week, huh? That's crazy. A 4-man? That's like playing fucking DFS. Yeah, I know. I figured that much. You said that wasn't a 4-man. You had already said that wasn't a 4-man. But still, that's crazy that you're in a 4-man. I don't think I've ever seen a 4-man. Like, how does a 4-man work? Like, the only 2 people get into playoffs, and like, is this the 2 best teams? Like, that's it? Are there even playoffs? Does everyone get in and everyone battles it out? Sudden death? Dude, how did you get invited into this? What is the story behind this league? I like really need to know. Like, did they need people? Like, I mean, I would have joined this league. I would have joined and played in this league. Then I would have had 36 leagues that I play in, and it's just been crazy. You and 3 of your friends. They didn't invite their friends. You could have hit me up on Twitter. We want to start. I don't know why we said we wanted to start new. I think. Shit, I'll join that league next year, bro. I'll join that league next year. We'll get some people to join that league. I don't know why the owner didn't invite others. But we said we wanted to start one. Okay. Shit, all good, all good. No, I just saw this post saying which program could Urban Meyer win a natty with, and it has the Hokies there. Keep him far away from fucking Virginia Tech, please. Please, please stay away. Hell no. He should be, yeah, exactly. He shouldn't be allowed near football. He shouldn't be allowed near a football at all. At all. At all. At all. Damn right. I just freaking. I just posted that. Okay, so 13 minutes ago, Amon-Ra St. Brown and David Montgomery teased that Jameson Williams is fired in practice now that his suspension is over. So they're hyping it up per the 33rd team. And this is like as of 13 minutes ago. I just retweeted it for y'all. He maybe could coach second grade flag football. Hell no. No. Yeah, I just put the post up on my Twitter, bro, so you can go check it out. But they're hyping up JMO. The way that they're talking doesn't sound like any injury talk or anything. One thing I like about players now doing their own like pods and things, we can get candid with them. You can kind of, get to know them a little bit better. So sounds like to me that Amon is all good to go for us. Yes, I am scrolling through the news live to see what all we get. Dude, what are y'all's thoughts on selling Puka Nacua at this point? Like, for real, for real. What up, Daniel? No. No. Don't drop Atwell for Jameson. Do not drop Atwell for. Fuck it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Because Cooper Kupp is back. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Yes. Yes. Actually, I low key like that. Like, I low key like dropping 2-2 for JMO. The fact that no one has ran and picked up JMO in that league yet is crazy, mate. Bloody crazy. trying to go through some of my leagues and see what trades I can kind of chop up. We're going through the trade. We're going through the trade. Trading is what we do. He didn't drop fucking Aiden O'Connell. Damn, son. You dropped it like, damn, son, where did you find this? Taco ad dropped Jaleel McLaughlin? No fucking way. No way. He didn't do that. He did not do that. Oh, snap, y'all. Yo, I think this man Taco messed up. Who scooped up Jaleel? Who the fuck? Oh, no way. Don't mind if I do. Let's go. No. You fuckers. No, I want to place the wavering. Time to claim this player as pass. Please wait for waivers to clear in a few minutes. Do you start him though? I mean, you weren't going to start Atwell anyways. Hold Jameson, wait to see what you get out of him, and then that way you already have him. Like, that's for real what you want to do. I need to get Miles Sanders off my team. He's RB24, but I need to get him off my team. We're going to put you on the trade block, bro. Onto the block you go. Onto the block you go. Yeah, you can hold them. Think about it like a stock that you're waiting to blow up. You're just holding the stock. You're buying the stock before it blows up. You're just holding the stock, and then boom. Like when it blows up, you're like, all right, now I can start you. Bro, how the hell do I have Geno and Justin Herbert? Well, Justin Herbert's injury is on his non-throwing hand. Yeah. Herbert's not going to miss any time. Herbert's not going to miss any time. Now, Geno, on the other hand, I fucking worry about. But Geno's on a bye, so I should be good to go there. Damn, I was really about to try and pick up McLaughlin though. I was about to drop. I was about to drop Tank Bigsby for McLaughlin. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with Charbonnet. I need to move off of Charbonnet. I need to figure out how the hell I'm going to trade him. Charbonnet's a hard pass right now. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. Who else got questions? Pump up the AMA, y'all. Y'all are usually more lit than this. I even got Brewski so we could all chill. The homie J Bats recording an FTLS podcast. Hell yes, for the love of Sundays. So are y'all dropping Desmond Ridder? Did y'all already drop Desmond Ridder? Saquon can't even fucking save the Giants. No one can run behind that offensive line, bro. I don't even think. Oh my gosh, trade away Saquon. Trade away. You have Saquon? I don't think Saquon. If I'm the Giants, I'm like, yo, we're gonna sit you. We're gonna trade you. Yeah, I don't think Saquon plays, dude. I for real worry about Saquon, man. I worry about Saquon. He wasted his best years with the New York Giants. He should have gotten out while he could. He should have gotten out while he could. Another team would have gladly. I mean, well, they weren't going to give him the money that New York gave him, but another team would have definitely had him play for them and given him a raise. It's just his career's been so up and down with the injuries. It's hard to justify buying Saquon and bringing Saquon in. Maybe you could trade for Najee. When we were talking about your other team, getting rid of Drake London for Najee. What up, Jamie? What's good, bro? Dilly. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What to do? Drop some fantasy questions. What you need. Redraft, dynasty, whatever you want. Whatever you need. I don't know why I put the fire alarm. I don't know why I put the fire emoji at the end. Fire alarm. Bleh. Trade away Swift and St. Brown for Hill, 8-man league. No. No. 8, 10, 12, no. I made 4 trades today. 3 involved Jerome Ford, selling him to the worst teams in the league for their 2024 second. I like that. I like that because you're going to be able to walk away with some firepower, especially with how deep the receiver class is this year. Let's go. Let's go. My question is, why would the worst team give me a 201 for Jerome Ford? Bro, because people are reactionary, and that's how trade works. That's how trades work. Like, you go for the reactions. You got to get them off the reactions. Oh, no. I get why? Like, what was your reasoning? And it can't be injuries because both have had injuries. It seems he got that dog in him. I don't think I could ever pick Eckler over CMC. Like, if CMC is there, I'm like, well, fuck, I'm taking CMC. Like, if CMC falls to me, I'm like, I'm grabbing CMC. I never end up high enough. Well, okay, that's like I have like 2-3 shares of CMC, but like it's very rare I end up high enough to grab CMC. But when I do, oh. I don't know. I was watching some dude on TikTok. It wasn't me. Was not me. Was not me. I had the second pick. Don't listen to that guy again. Don't do that. Please. Dude's an asshole. Like, let me just say something controversial to like get people to click on my video and watch what I'm saying. And like, bro, I guarantee he probably didn't even pick Eckler over CMC. And if he did, his teams are not happy right now. Also traded away Diggs. And mid 2024 third for Pittman, and a mid to late 2024 first. My team's mid, not winning this year, so wanted to get younger. Good or bad? You overkilled it. You only needed to maybe do one of those trades. You only probably needed to do one of those for real. The best team in the league has Pollard and CMC and Diggs and Hill. Damn. The rich get richer, eh? That dude is loaded. That dude's team is loaded. That dude drafted real well. Either drafted or traded really well up until this point. Because fuck. I have a few teams that are just like, it's just really hard to fuck with. Every week I go to the waiver wire. I'm like, who can I drop? Fuck, nobody. Just talent. But gotta try to find those little ways. You know. Trying to find those little ways though to keep improving. And right now I'm at a point where trading is the only thing that'll get me through. And a lot of my league mates are afraid to trade with me, and it bloody sucks, mate. Really, 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 it does. Having league mates that won't trade or are afraid to trade, or like when you send them a good deal, but they're like, no, like I can't. How bad are the Commanders going to? Oh, bro, we're going to demolish. We are going to demolish. What? Let me see something. Let me see what the spread is. Hold on. Let me see what the spread is. 6. The spread is at 6. We're definitely we'll win by 6. We'll win by 6. Like, I feel like if you take the Bears to cover, that can go either way. I'm just having some cheap ass beer. I'm chilling, bro. It's a Wednesday. I am chilling. Gotta be up early for work tomorrow. You know. Brian Robinson anytime TD, yes. I like that. That's a solid one. Like he should have had last week's, and they should have ruled last week's a TD. He was already across the plane, but whatever. Hey, let Terry, go ahead and get his, do the damn thing. I'm with it. I'm completely okay with it. We should have won that game. I don't know about the whole going for 2 thing, but shout out to going for 2. But I don't know about that whole option of going for 2. That would have not have sat well with me. I'm gonna keep it real about that. I don't think that going for 2 would have sat well with me. I like the decision kind of going to overtime and see what we could have came up with and got to get going from there. I traded AJ Brown to him for ETN because I needed a running back desperately. Damn. Bro, check in anytime. Be sure to tune in Friday nights, bro. We get super lit. We get mad lit. Greatly appreciate you tuning in, man. Hell yeah, bro. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll always love meeting new people through the chat. Like, always love meeting new people through the chat. Chat's always lit. Yeah, that over under is 44.5. I think that the over is going to hit on that. I like 44.5. That's a good number. Bears is a plus 210. Not against the Eric Bieniemy offense. Not against the Eric Bieniemy offense. The slate looks nice this week, though. Miami by 11 seems like a good kill. I like that. Jags Buffalo. Why is that so close? It's crazy that you would make it that close for what Buffalo did to Miami. Every team that's pretty well rounded and balanced, Buffalo's walked through basically. Carolina's not beating Detroit, but that spread isn't comfortable with me. I think Houston beats Atlanta. Are you taking Fields over 46.5 rushing? I took the alternative at 40 plus because Russ got over 50, Allen got over 40, Hurts got almost 40 rushing it. Because quarterbacks basically have to run. You're going to get flushed out the pocket, so you're going to have to use your legs. I would take the alternate. I don't think I would take the 46 because at 46 you're basically asking for 50, and it's like fuck. I think Baltimore beats Pittsburgh. Saints beat Patriots. And you can probably pick the under in that. It's a 40-point over under. Like, you can probably pick the under in that game and be safe. I surprisingly like Indy over Tennessee, even though Tennessee just finds ways. They are a scrappy team. They are a get in your face, get it out the mud type of team. But Fuck, Colts. Like, I just can't. Anthony Richardson, I can't quit you. I probably Howell over 200 passing, Fields 40 plus rushing, B-Rob anytime TD, and B-Rob 6.5 receiving yards at plus 355. That's a solid parlay. That's solid. I think all those can hit. You got to put a decent amount though to get the return. Put like 10, like, you know. I think the Rams can beat the Eagles, especially if Cooper Kupp is back. I think the Rams can beat the Eagles. I do think the Rams can beat the Eagles. Over under is 50.5 on that one. Give me over. Juicy. Bengals, Cardinals. Joe Burrow has to use this as a get right game. Like, Joe Burrow literally has to use this as a get right game, or else, like, stick a fork in them, they're done. Cardinals to cover, though, at 3 is so solid. So I like that. I think Cardinals cover. And I feel like that's the bet in that game. Bengals money line, pretty solid, minus 166 right now on a Wednesday night. Give me Cardinals to cover there. I think that's where the juice lies. You can get that minus 110. Maybe parlay that. Parlay that with the Saints Patriots under. Mixed in with Miami by 11. I think you can maybe walk away with some juice. Eagles suck at covering outside receivers. So which Rams receiver is going to blow up? I think that you're going to notice a lot of balance on the Rams now. You'll see Puka Nacua, or you'll see Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, and like Van Jefferson, Atwell kind of combo gets swapped in and out there for the 3. Typical Van Jefferson is doing what he's going to be doing. I think that because Cooper Kupp being back and the capabilities of Puka Nacua, it really signals what that third receiver is going to be used for. Okay, well, if I got Van Jefferson out there, he's going to be the deep man. Play calling will probably be a little bit more transparent because of the personnel that's on the field, so you kind of know what to expect per player. But I do think that Rams at a plus 180 are a good money line upset. I don't know if I parlay that with anything else. I feel like you leave that bet out of a parlay. But I think that you're going to get profit out of Puka Nacua. I think you're going to get profit out of Cooper Kupp this week. I do think that Cooper Kupp plays. I do think the Rams can beat the Eagles. I do think the Rams can cover the 4. And I think the over on the 50.5 is definitely doable. So that's how I pretty much answer that question there, Jamie. Yeah, I got a feeling Kupp is definitely going to play. KC at a minus 225 on the money line is weird against Minnesota to me. But they're 5-point favorites. You're gonna have to play the spread to get any kind of juice out of that game. I feel like both these offenses, when they're clicking, when they're going, can put up. So a 53 over under isn't too crazy. But I really like. I feel like laying 5 is solid. Yo, you got to be excited about that. I'm excited for all the Cooper Kupp managers. I'm excited to be able to possibly fire him up in DFS and hopefully for him to have a big outing. So, yeah. It's Tank Dell. We're done with Drake London. Drake London's never allowed to be started on a lineup ever bloody again, mate. This Jets Broncos is super interesting. And I feel like that this could probably serve up as a good combo in a couple of parlays. Just because Jets are dogs here. And I feel like kind of after the Chiefs being like, hey, Zach Wilson, like, kind of good, um, that gives Zach Wilson confidence to be able to head into that game. I think that Jets take that over the Broncos. Might as well just play that straight up on the money line. You get better juice there at a plus 114 over the minus 110 to take them to cover the 2 points on the spread. Take over JMO, yes. Take over JMO, yes. JMO, I'm keeping on my bench until I can fully see what's going to happen with that situation with Tank Dell. Once or with Jameson Williams. Once I fully know what's happening with Jameson Williams, then that's when I'll be able to, and how he's going to be utilized in the offense. That's when I'm going to begin inserting him into lineups. I think that it's going to be a nice and slow process. And then, kind of how you work CJ Stroud into lineups and Tank Dell into lineups. I think that that's going to be a thing. I found a definite 100% win bet at minus 190. Dolphins longest TD against the Giants. Oh my gosh. Longest touchdown of the day. Like, fuck. The Giants are awful. They are terrible. Dan Campbell sounds like a guy who doesn't mess around. JMO better get right. So if you look on my Twitter, I did just post Amon-Ra St. Brown and David Montgomery, and I can't remember who else, but they were all sitting back talking on their podcast on the 33rd team. Shout out to the 33rd team, all the homies over there. Big shout out to homie Jordan Vanek. But they were on their podcast tonight, and I just posted. It was a couple of minutes ago, maybe like 20, 30 minutes ago. One, Jameson and Monty, or I'm sorry, Amon and Monty look kind of healthy in that clip. Lions did not hold a regular practice today. So you kind of, just kind of count Amon as just a non-participant or a limited participant in the first place in that scenario. But with that being said and stated, both Amon and Monty said that JMO is looking great and looking amazing in practice, and they're talking about routes that he's ran and running. It could be really nasty having Jameson Williams in lineups. The more that I'm hearing the team hype him up and buy into him, the more that I'm buying into him. I wasn't buying into him previously just because of the way that the team, because of the way that the team was clicking. But I think the biggest question is he taking targets from Amon, or does he take targets from Laporta? Or is he just coming in and whatever targets were going anywhere else, he's going to now just assume those? And I think that's my biggest concern. That's my biggest conundrum. And how he commands defenses and how corners, kind of line up over top of him. Are you commanding respect from the nickel corner? Are you commanding respect from the outside corner? Or is one going to be dictated to you more so or not? Are you now going to be utilized as the man in motion, to dictate, are they line up in man? Are they line up in zone? So those are some of the things that I worry about just with Jameson Williams on the first week outing. And then also, of course, there's always a health aspect of, like, you haven't played football in a hot minute. Drake London is such a frustrating player. I feel safer with Dell because Stroud. I already discussed that, but yes, that's exactly what I had already said. He could take those Reynolds targets and those Gibbs targets. I'm scared with how they use Gibbs. I'm not. What I feel like that this allows is that now Gibbs can be kind of now utilized in the pass game more because of the way that you may be able to utilize Williams in the motion game. You can even switch out Amon-Ra in that motion game. I'm expecting a lot more, potential jet sweeps, a lot more trickery. How we talked about Mike McDaniel's revolutionizing the use of motions. I think that we can start seeing Detroit as a coaching staff maybe adapt some of that with the personnel that they have and be able to perfect it possibly maybe even more. We just have to see kind of the way that they were talking on the pod earlier. It looked like and it seemed like that it's going to be a lot of fly routes and things like that. He may be the deep man where Amon is going to be like, no, guard me, motherfucker. And it's going to be J-Mo go. Which could be bad, could be bad, could be good. It sounds like it's going to be good for real football. Fantasy, we're waiting. Would you trade either Josh Jacobs or Kamara for JT? You're already Jacobs would probably be the one that I'd move off of. I mean, the Saints haven't scored 20 fucking points this whole season. But neither have the Raiders. Saints aren't clicking as an offense. They're winning games. They're decent. Their defense keeps them in games. You could probably move Jacobs for JT, get yourself out of one of those two situations. I think that New Orleans has a better chance of crawling their way out of the hole than the Raiders. I think the Raiders are toast. And Detroit really does have a sick offense. I love watching them on film. I was actually watching them earlier today. I hope Waddle turns into a better Waddle. What up, Mike? What's good? What's good? What's good? Let's see. I've been live for an hour now. I'll probably stay live for like another hour. Getting into kind of Sunday night. I don't think there's no way in fucking hell Dallas covers 3.5. And a plus 142 favorite. I feel like that's way too gracious. Like Vegas, you're being way too nice. Over on 45, I like, but I don't think Dallas gets their head above fucking water in that game. If it's PPR, Kamara still has 13 receptions, which is money. I'd rather move Kamara or Jacobs over Walker. No. Keep K9. Keep Kenneth Walker. Keep Kenneth Walker. You're not moving Kenneth Walker. And yeah, in PPR formats, yeah, I feel like you're going to keep Kamara. That's why I was like, I'm moving Josh Jacobs. I don't think that the Raiders crawl themselves out of that hole. Jacobs had a great outing last week, but I don't think that continues. I don't know. True, yeah. K9, yeah. K9 is the goal line god. He's doing big things right now, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for all the Kenneth Walker. We got way too overhyped on Charbonnet. I think that Charbonnet eventually becomes a thing and eventually, shows how productive he can and may and will be. But for me, Second. For now, his new name is Charbonnet. Come on. Taco, I did get your message over here. Fucking, I guess you better figure it out real quick, bruv. Maybe I offer Jacobs in London for JT or overpay. No, don't overpay, but first send that before you consider overpaying. First send that, then DM me if that doesn't work out. Or either comment here if I'm still alive. But don't overpay. I would hate for you to do that. What did no touchy? What did Zach tag me in? Oh fuck! Because I was like, please stay away from Virginia Tech because of the Urban Meyer shit. Yeah, no, please stay away from Virginia Tech. JSN needs to come home. He's rotting. I don't think Seattle can try and feed everyone. Like as long as Seattle's winning, they're not going to worry about feeding everyone. Seattle, what Seattle's intention was possibly going to be about moving on from Lockett. I don't think that Seattle expected that it was like, oh shit, we're competitive again. Oh shit, Geno Smith is still, kind of winning games. I don't think Seattle saw themselves in that position. So I think that that's why we're not seeing the rookies kind of. It's like, oh well, our veterans are still going out there and putting in work. Our team that we've built is already still putting in work. Let us not overreact, and I think that that's Seattle's mindset right now. Packers Raiders. Packers will beat the Raiders. Packers will beat the Raiders. I'm confident that the Packers will beat the Raiders. Jordan Love gets it back on track. There's plenty of time to get Luke Musgrave back. If you get Luke Musgrave back, Luke gonna do Luke things. Luke gonna do the damn thing. Bro, the fact they're giving Sam Howell fucking 200 or 199.5 passing yards on Thursday night, tomorrow night, is freaking weird. I think the hardest thing tomorrow night that's going to be to navigate. I mean, I'm going to go live early before kickoff. But I think that the hardest thing for me so far has been, navigating how the DFS landscape should turn out, what the DFS landscape should look like, how it should turn out. That's the tough part for me right now. Is the DFS landscape is sketchy. It's sketchy. Hell, like even if we look into here, let's look into his showdown. Let's look into his showdown real quick. I'm not gonna build a showdown. I'm not even gonna worry about like fucking putting it on the screen. We're just gonna like look into some of these DFS prices. So like Terry, right out the gate, like Terry's like 15-3. Like Sam Howell's 14-1. Brian Robinson's 13-8. I mean, I feel like that there's some motion here. Like you can make some motion. There's motion. There's motion in the DFS streets. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Like for real. Like you can get away with some shit, but you need a lot of shit to like kind of fall your way. Like the Commanders' defense is 8-1, bro. Like 8-1 for a defense. You're bloody kidding me, mate. Yeah, I feel like you'd have to go like Fields and Komet because if you try and pay up, damn, they got this shit tough. They made you essentially what you would need, right? You need Komet as captain. Hang on. Okay, so essentially what you would need, I'm gonna try and build it cheapest with highest probability to lowest. Let's see here. Because like you have to go Hal McLaurin, Brian Robinson. I feel like you have to have that holy trinity. Just I know we all wish JSN was fishing. Wait, QB question. In one league, I have Dak as my QB. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of over him. Yes, Stroud. Stroud is a must start. Stroud is a must start. Stroud is a must start all day. All day. Oh, they got this shit packed. For tomorrow night. Oh, they make sure the way that they did the prices for tomorrow, they essentially made sure that like ain't nobody feasting. Like they were like, fuck you, fuck your whole lineup, fuck any idea that you had of your lineup going off. Damn. You can't. You're not going to be able to fit Khalil Herbert and DJ Moore into the same fucking lineup. That's crazy. You don't really. You don't need to really convince me. I'm going to send it. Yeah, exactly. Can I drop Gainwell and Warren? Not Warren, Gainwell. I don't think you can drop either yet. With the way that running back is right now, I don't think you can drop either. What I'm gonna do is after this AMA stream, I'll stay up tonight. Before I pass out, I'll cook up some. I'll cook up some showdowns for tomorrow night. It's gonna be wild tomorrow. I can already tell by the way they have this game priced out. It's gonna be wild. I got Najee already. That bum shaking my head. Then Najee's probably, if anything, the one that you move off of, and then you keep Warren. I mean, the team clearly still has faith in Najee, and they want Najee to be successful. How that's going to work out, that's yet to be seen. I don't think that for me personally, it's not Najee. And it's not Najee that I'm worried about keeping. If anything, Najee can go, in my opinion. And Warren, I think that eventually will become more efficient on the carries that he's given, so that he can work out Najee. He can work Najee out of the way. Really quick, like if you can get Jaden Reed 9 targets and 2 TDs in the red zone through 4 weeks of NFL football. Those are all red zone targets. He's been targeted 9 times. Only Devontae Adams is higher than him. So I just want to throw that out there, mate. Who's been consistent that has surprised me so far? I said it last night on last night's episode of the Goal Line Goons. For me, what has impressed me the most has been Brock Purdy. And I actually, in a league that I needed a quarterback, I went and I got Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, and let me see here. I actually have it on my phone here because I have everything on my phone. I was about to say, yo, I'm like losing stuff over here. The ones that have impressed me so far, and because a couple of these I may or may not have rostered, or I may or may have not traded for in leagues, In terms of consistency rating, which you can check out on Big Guy Fantasy Sports Network, you can check out our website, BigGuyFantasySports.com. Link is in the description. Brock Purdy, 75%. I was thinking, I felt like he probably, could have and should have been maybe a little bit higher. And it felt like, when as watching the film, would have been higher. But he's cooking at a 75%. The man is playing like a robot. He's playing like an android. He's out of his mind. James Cook at 100% really surprised me, especially because Buffalo was a little rough that week 1, but super, super safe floors with James Cook. Mark Andrews at 67%, but he was a beauty last week against the Browns. So I think that will only increase. And of course, he wasn't. That 67% is because he wasn't able to play one game. So he had to sit out a game. And then Nico Collins at 75%, another that is a huge favorite, That Houston, Texas offense is definitely clicking. It is cooking with gas. And I am all in on Nico Collins. Nico looking like the wide receiver one that we knew he could be in Houston, but look out because it could be Tank Dell. And thank you. How about Jordan Love being perfectly consistent 100% and the only 100% outside of Justin Herbert? I like it. How long it lasts is what's worrying me. Is what's worrying me is how long is that going to keep up? Because he looked a little flustered in his last outing. I get that last outing was a divisional matchup, and a divisional matchup shake up a little bit differently. But on the tape, I think Jordan Love got a little exposed during that. Pause. I have so many wide receivers in one league. I may have to drop Dotson, as crazy as that sounds, but then I'd have 3 QBs. It's not crazy to consider dropping Dotson. I feel like after this week is the week that you really, really make that decision. If he duds this week, then you really make that decision. I feel like this is the week that Washington really chooses to unfold the playbook even more than what we've already seen. And with that, that's what makes me want to be like, okay, just one more week, Dotson. Just please, one more week. Yeah, I'm done with the Bengals. I'm done with the Bengals. I'm completely out. I'm trying to move Justin Herbert any which way, anywhere I can. Higgins has been getting banged up this season, and they're definitely going to move on and find another receiver in the draft. It feels like it's starting to feel like, okay, there's no way that you're going to be able to keep this guy, especially after putting his body on the line for you. And then simultaneously getting hurt, and then your quarterback trying to play through injury, and that's not really working well. And there's no signs that they're going to sit him, according to Zach Taylor. Adios, Higgins. Adios, Cincinnati. That defense might be able to do something for you, though, especially with bye weeks coming up. So maybe the Cincinnati defense is rosterable. I'm still hanging on to Jamar Chase, wide receiver 21 on the year. Yes, you could tell that these are certain stats and just things that I'm spitting off the top of my head. But yeah, I'm out. I'm out on Cincinnati. I think Tyler Boyd could be the recipient. Should Higgins sit out while Chase is being force fed, Higgins will have to get ball distribution towards his direction. I think that he could be a very fruitful flex for you in these coming weeks. If Burrow does not get it together this week and figure out how we can play through that calf injury this week and put points on the board and help his team win football games, I'm damn sure out on Cincinnati as a whole this season. And therefore, yeah, just stick a fork in Cincinnati. If Arizona even covers, I worry about Cincinnati. And I'm not trying to make betting meat fantasy here, but there's definitely a spot where the two correlate. Yeah. Arizona covers 2.5. Fuck. I feel like I shouldn't have Dak, Love, and Stroud. I feel like you should have Love and Stroud and trade Dak. And no, it shouldn't feel weird dropping Dak when you have the other two that you have. You're really only keeping Dak around when you have those other two around for the instance of bye weeks. That offense is not, when we talk about high scoring offenses, Dallas isn't one of them. Dallas's kicking unit does more of the work, puts up more of the points. Dallas' special teams and Dallas' defense is what's winning them games and is what's keeping them in their games. If you take away the defense and if you take away the special teams, or if you were to reorganize, if you were to give Dallas the worst defense in the league and the worst special teams in the league, that offense ain't doing enough to keep them in games. Let's face it. Let's be real. And I don't think that Dak Prescott has enough dog in him at this point in his career to be able to put Dallas in a playoff position by himself without the other pieces of a team around him. I don't think that offense by itself could sustain. So, I mean, I don't know. Higgins is coming to H-Town. I swear to God, we're going to pay him. You would have to then figure out how you're going to move off of, if you're going to move off Nico, if you're going to pay Nico, you would have to figure out, Tank Dell's future contract situation, how that's going to look like. Obviously, Robert Woods will fucking end up somewhere else because he's Robert Woods and he just goes from team to team to team to team to team. Robert Woods Chiefs next year. Calling my shot. Kidding. With that being said and stated, though, I mean, Higgins to H-Town. I mean, hey, we're not even at that part of the season yet to even think about that, but anything is possible. They're not needing to be high scoring, and McCarthy's play calling makes Dak not playable. If they had to put up points, I think they would to a certain point. They don't. I don't. So this is where I'm going to lean more towards the betting aspect of things and less on the fantasy, because you touched on the fantasy right there, Mike, with the play calling. Okay, and that's not what makes Dallas rosterable. Dallas and team totals scare me. Dallas and team totals as it's just a prop scares me. I feel like it's a trap. It's a trap game. It's a trap bet. It's a trap. It's a trap that Vegas sets. Let's see. What was it that I said earlier? Dallas has to play San Fran. The spread is 2.5, and I don't think that they cover. I think that's what I said about 20, 30 minutes ago. I'm sticking by that. The offense can't do enough. So I'm out from fantasy football standpoint on Dak Prescott. For the betting sake, with the line moved to 3.5, I apologize. It was 2.5 about 20, 30 minutes ago. I'm out on Dallas, and I'm probably gonna buy this as a single right now at 3.5, or wait and see if it maybe moves down. But I'd probably buy this as a single right away at 3.5, favorite for the Niners, just because that's where I'm going to get my juice on that game, because I could easily see Niners fans running to the books and just be like, sprinkle a little on that. It's a classic Dave Chappelle line, if anyone got that. There is a new team in Texas, and it is Houston. It is the Houston Texans. Amari Cooper or Ridley PPR redraft. I'm just not a fan of Calvin Ridley, and I'm not a fan of the Cleveland Browns as a whole right now. Granted, last week's film, you're playing the Ravens, playing a divisional game, and let's lump that in with the fact that you had to play DTR. Okay, cool. Sean Watson doesn't look great. Sean Watson doesn't look absolutely amazing. Actually, here I'll take a look here at his consistency rating. I'll do it right here, and I can bet it's 67%. It's 67%. Cool. Let's factor in couldn't play a game. Guarantee even if you play that game, it would probably be lower. Probably somewhere around that Kenny Pickett, Zach Wilson, Ryan Tannehill type of range at a 25%. I'm not confident in Deshaun Watson at all. Give me Calvin Ridley. Give me Calvin Ridley in his second home, the London Duval Jacksonville Jaguars. The Londonville Jaguars is what I'm calling them, ladies and gentlemen. You heard I coined that. That is an Austin Powers reference with the Jaguars thing. The Londonville Jaguars. I'm rocking with. You want to ask me about a team that's fantasy football friendly? I think that the Londonville Jaguars are a fantasy football friendly team. I think that the Chargers are a fantasy football friendly team. I think that the Broncos, even though they're not good in real life, are a fantasy football friendly team. The Commanders have shown that they can be fantasy football friendly. Yeah, man, yeah. Give me Calvin Ridley all day, every day, on Mondays, Thursdays, Sundays, every day. It's shagalicious. I love it. I love it. Diggs or DeAndre Swift? Diggs or DeAndre Swift and Puka Nacua, 12-team PPR. I've been beating the drum when we begin talking about Cooper Kupp coming back, and is it going to affect Puka Nacua and And I know that there's, I love all my colleagues, but I'm staying on the side of Nacua stays productive. There's enough room for both of us in this town. And in the Wild Wild West, Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp can be coexistent. And you kind of, swap out, Van Jefferson, Skoranek, and, everyone else, right? For me, I'm sticking with the D Swift and the Puka side. I just really think there's still points to be had there. Yeah, Ridley and Cooper are a lot closer than it was 4 weeks ago. Yeah. Breece Hall, no snap count. Didn't even know he was on one. Seems like the Jets offense figured it out a little. Are you back in on Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall? Asked Rainbow Six God. I want to see what happens this week before I can fully commit on air and say that I'm in. I think I'm teetering towards being in. I was already teetering between the in and out. If you were asking me, you're asking me now, I'm closer to the inside. But part of me is also like, okay, is that because Patrick Mahomes and Chris Jones are just giving Zach Wilson credit? And I think that that's really what is happening in my brain as to why I'm leaning more towards being back on the New York Jets. They are playing Denver. It is a plus 114 favorite. I'm in for now. For now, I'm in. But we're not like all in. Like, we're not like full pot committed, bro. We're not full pot committed. Like, that's a take. Anything with the New York Jets, I can easily just flip-flop on like that. Garrett Wilson is 75% consistent, even as bad as it has seemed to many. But his quarterback is 25% consistent. So therefore, that makes me worry. I am on the Jets fantasy-wise this week for sure. I'm on the Jets fantasy-wise and on the books. I think the two could correlate, and I think the two are a perfect marriage. Fantasy, betting, give me them, and the Jets, give me them both in this nice little menage a trois. Who is your NFL MVP right now? Not the person that I said it was going to be at the beginning of the season. Like if the season were to end right now, like Tua has way far exceeded my personal expectations. I was on record. I am on record. I am on the books for a Herbert futures. Maybe like when I made that futures bet and I said that take, I had too much rum in my system that Justin Herbert could be NFL MVP. Like when you say Justin Herbert as a potential NFL MVP, like before the season kicks off, like it sounds good by itself. But then you have to think about, well, then that would mean that Brandon Staley could somehow compete for Coach of the Year, and he's not exactly, because of Brandon Staley, Justin Herbert definitely had it. But like as of right now, let Tua keep staying healthy. He could get it, and then for Rookie of the Year, let Stroud keep playing his mind out, and yeah, CMC equals MVP. But it's a quarterback award. I know, but that's the thing. I want it to be CMC. I want it to be CMC. When I film the Rummies this year, when I do my award show, when I do the Rummies and I give out my awards, CMC would probably more than likely win it because on my show it's not a quarterback award. So like we'll see. Doesn't matter. Matt Ryan was 40% consistent the year. Julio Jones was 90% consistent. Okay. Okay. I'll give you that. Zach Wilson's not Matt Ryan. And that's where I rest my case. Zach Wilson's not Matt Ryan. But I think that Zach Wilson showed flashes against a very good team. That does make him dangerous. That does give him a case to talk about. And may not be something to write home about. And it may not be something to write home about just yet. But when have we ever seen New York media take mercy on a quarterback? This is the first that we've seen. Meanwhile, while they're just throwing darts at Daniel Jones, they've like in every bar in New York, they have printed a picture of his face, they put it on a dartboard, and that's how people are playing darts in New York underground bars right now. And I can't be mad at him. Daniel Jones, I love you, bro. But it's looking like Zach Wilson is taking over for the love of New York, and he's earned the hearts of New Yorkers. And he goes out there, he gets a win against the Broncos team. He could be making some headlines. Sup, Weeds. Zach Wilson went from real hated to real liked very fast. Jets fans hate it. Yeah. But I mean, look at the whole Washington effect. We had terrible ownership, and now we have new ownership. I won't put the word good out there yet. Well, I'll put the word good out there because Magic Johnson's part of the team, and I'm a Lakers fan, and I'm a Dodgers fan, so why would I not attach anything that Magic Johnson has touched with that? Furthermore, though, with that being said and stated, it's kind of the same thing that we saw where now, like, you see Commanders fans out in droves. Like, we're starting to show up to games. Like we sold out season tickets. Like we sell out tickets now. You know, I have homies back in the DMV that they go to games. I went to a game. We live streamed from Mile High for you guys. You know, it's kind of that same effect where, like, yeah, we lost last week. Lost last week to the Eagles, to a division rival. It burned a little bit, but we found out that we got a quarterback. We found out that, okay, we got a guy that can be a leader of men. Now, I'm not going to utilize Zach Wilson and leader of men in the same sentence synonymous on air, but I think that we're getting very close to that point. I think that we are getting close to that point. And as long as Rodgers continues to mentor him, may not be the mentorship that we were hoping for Zach Wilson, but as long as Rodgers continues to mentor him, I think good things are going to be ahead. My CEO, greatly appreciate you, Bob. Great show, love it. Headed to bed. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. I'm excited for next week, Tuesday, on Big Guy Fantasy Sports. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Head over to our brother channel. I do a lot of the marketing and stuff over there. So I want you guys to check it out. I want you guys to tune in, like, comment, subscribe over at the Big Guy Fantasy Sports Network. Let's go. I didn't necessarily always hate Wilson. Believe it or not. I wasn't high on Wilson. Hate's a strong word. But I also wasn't low on Wilson either. And I felt that there was some raw kind of capabilities there that could have allowed him to really get out there and flourish and really get out there and be something. Are the Bengals in trouble if they lose this week? Probably no Higgins this week. Are they wasting Chase and Burrow, or does Burrow just suck? Burrow doesn't suck. Burrow's injured. But an injured Burrow is better than putting out a Jake Browning from a real NFL standpoint. From a fantasy football standpoint, it sucks for us, right? As we have Burrow. I have Burrow on rosters. I'm doing everything I can to trade him right now. Yes, from an NFL standpoint, the team as a whole are in trouble. You probably shouldn't play Higgins this week, especially while you're already playing an injured quarterback. Burrow doesn't suck. They're not wasting Chase and Burrow. Burrow needs to hurry up and get into the offseason so we can heal. Cincinnati comes back next year. They'll be fine. They'll be completely okay. They'll go out there. They'll win games. Probably find their way back into a Super Bowl. They'll fix the offensive line. They'll probably bring in, a stud wide receiver with these deep, with how deep this wide receiver class is. So there's that kind of whole thing. Just the Bengals in a nutshell, in a capsule, right? With that being said, and with that being stated, if the Bengals do win this week, it makes it very difficult. And if the Bengals win this week, but not just win, but do good, and Joe Burrow does good and looks good, it makes it not just hard to not start Jamar Chase or not start Joe Burrow, or it makes it not hard to just say sit or whatever the case may be. And I think that it puts you in a position where you need to trade them even more. You need to move off of them even more so that you're not dealing with the headache. Well, do I start you? Is your calf feeling good? It's just time to move on from Burrow. Higgins with the fractured rib, you could probably put on IR. Like, for what I'm doing with Higgins, I'm putting on IR. I'm putting on IR, and I'm waiting in, and I'm seeing. I would love to have Higgins on my team down the stretch of the season. If Cincinnati, I don't want Joe Burrow on my team right now, but if Cincinnati is able to turn it around, and Joe Burrow starts going off, and I can have Higgins back for the playoffs, but I've moved off of Joe Burrow and I've maybe brought in a Stroud and a Purdy to get me across the finish line, I'm down with that. Does Higgins get traded real life? I mean, of course, I think that he definitely gets, there's only one of two scenarios. The Bengals scrounge because of the way that they're organized and the way that they gather up money for their contracts. Look at the way they had, gather up Joe Burrow's money for his contract. And this is an organization that never pays players. They do not break the bank. Cincinnati is not a break the bank team. Cincinnati is not a break the bank team. That's why that they'll be good and then they'll kind of suck. They kind of rely on the natural order of things. With that being said and stated, I think the best decision for Cincinnati in order to remain competitive is a trade Higgins and pick up one of these receivers in the draft. But if they are able to scrounge up the coin to be able to keep Higgins, and they move off Boyd, they keep Higgins, they keep Chase, they keep Burrow together. I don't blame them, and I don't see that completely out of sight. I think that a trade is more plausible, but if they're able to keep Higgins, and if they do what it takes to keep Higgins, I wouldn't be shocked. And if that means maybe getting worse defensively so that they can keep Higgins, that's a typical Cincinnati fucking thing. Like that is so Cincinnati. So I don't know. I'm with him getting traded. I would love for him to stay with the Bengals. I enjoy seeing him, Chase, and Burrow together. But all good things must come to an end, and that includes even in the NFL. Panthers looking for a wide receiver one for Bryce. Who could it be? They may not get him this year during the season, but maybe they look at Higgins during the offseason. And that would be a great place for Higgins to go and get a bag. Tampa's going to have to figure out, they didn't pay Mike Evans, so maybe Evans goes to Carolina for a little bit. I know that's interdivision, but hey, a payday is a payday. So that could happen. There's quite a few. There's quite a few. Atlanta ain't using Drake London, but I mean, they're going to hang on to him for a little while. Tyler Lockett still has some burn, and they drafted JSN last year. Maybe they choose to bring in another receiver, stay younger at receiver, move off of Tyler Lockett, and then Lockett finally can go and go to another team. Was thinking Hollywood if they decided to move Kyler. That wouldn't be bad. But you brought Hollywood there for Kyler. Kyler's been itching and trying to get ready to get back on the field. I don't think that Dobbs is the answer, but Dobbs is definitely a fan favorite and a TikTok favorite for sure. And I'm personally enjoying Dobbs. Dobbs 75% consistent throughout the year. I'm enjoying Dobbs. 74.8 fantasy points on the year. That's just right around the area of where he can be, kind of QB 16, kind of QB 17-ish, flirts with that range. Feels like Hollywood's pretty secure. Feels like Hollywood's pretty secure there in the desert. I think that it is just because of the whole cell phone situation with Wilkes, Kime, and Bidwell, and the whole burner phone. The NFL could come down, bring down the hammer, bah, and be like, hey, you're losing draft picks. So then Caleb Williams then can elect to be like, hey, I'm going to go to Denver or I'm going to go to Chicago. I feel like the whole concept of I love money. I love money more than anybody. Trust me. But the whole concept of I'm going to stay in the NCAA and make more money, while I'm eligible. Yeah, cool, do that, bro. But like you've been waiting since being a kid to fucking play the NFL. Going to play for Denver, going to play for Chicago isn't as bad as going to play for fucking Arizona Cardinals. Right now, the Arizona Cardinals actually look competitive, and the whole idea of them tanking is kind of seeming preposterous at this moment. They didn't look too bad against the 49ers. They almost beat the Giants. They did beat Dallas. They almost beat Washington. I mean, Arizona, and what they're a 2.5 point favorite. Let me see something. And yeah, they're a 2.5 point favorite against a very weakened Chiefs offense. I'm sorry. Now it's 3 point. So If I'm Arizona, I'm like, yo, let's try and keep the fucking band together, bruv. If Bears get the number one, there's no chance Fields is there, right? If Bears get the number one, there's absolutely no chance that it's Fields. The only way that Fields stays is if the Bears are like, we're bringing in Marvin Harrison Jr. Then it's like, all right, well, like, okay, fuck, like, but I don't even know if Marvin Harrison Jr. being brought into the lineup bails out. Like, let's say you have DJ Moore, Marvin Harrison Jr. You lost out on the fucking Chase Claypool thing. That obviously hasn't worked out. You're considering release him if you're Chicago. Let's say, and then you have Darnell Mooney. You could do some shit. Like, you could really do some shit. But that's also like the same thing that we thought this year. With Chicago, it's not even necessarily a personnel thing. It's the play calling. The play calling is ass. Play calling is terrible. Last week was the first time that it was like, oh shit, like, you look a little competent. Khalil Herbert was shaking and moving out there out of the backfield. Justin Fields looked a little competent until overtime. Up until those last seconds, up until what, the fourth quarter overtime. Yeah. So, the Fields situation is sticky. It's like, do you ride that out? Do you let him keep developing? Do you try and bring in someone again to try and keep him developing? So, yeah. The Bears are just Bears. A classic Saturday Night Live skit. Nothing more than Rex Grossman and Kyle Orton, Brian Urlacher's, Walter Payton's being relevant. The fridge too. I mean, there's a historical franchise. Like, you expect more out of the Bears. What teams could he go to? Fields. This is a good one. If I'm the Falcons, I'm like, yo, what up? The Raiders. Ain't no way that the Raiders are sticking this shit out with Jimmy G. I think that Justin Fields could probably play more competent football than Jimmy G. But first, they need to get rid of McDaniels. The Giants for damn sure. Those are the ones right there. Maybe the Browns, but the Browns are locked into that awful Deshaun Watson contract. And how it's going to look getting out of that is stupid interesting. The Browns don't look like they're going anywhere anytime soon. The Saints are locked in with the Derek Carr thing. But see, if the Cardinals have to ride out with Kyler Murray, then there's no point in even experimenting with Justin Fields. If you're not going to ride out with Kyler Murray, then you need to be going out there and getting one of the rookie quarterbacks. Or just say, fuck it, we're going to ride out with Josh Dobbs, Kyler Murray, wait until Shador's ready, and then go grab Shador. But I mean, you got so many good QBs right now, the Quinn Ewers, the Bo Nix, the Finks, Caleb Williams. But then, you got Shador and Mannings and stuff that are going to be coming up. There's a quarterback conundrum for rookie quarterbacks that are going to be coming up. And it's going to be teams that are going to be looking for instant gratification windows that are going to go try and get them. If the Cards don't get a top pick, then okay, then it's in play. Big Trev, what's good? What's good? What's up, Big Trev? Warren or Khalil Herbert? Fuck! I'm high on both these players, and I love both these players. Warren in that divisional matchup against the Ravens just doesn't sound like a good idea. And that Ravens defense is clicking on a whole new level. Go ahead and play Khalil Herbert. Be understanding that it is against the Washington defense. I mean, but there's been some, there's been some players that have ran the ball very efficiently against Washington. So yeah. Yeah, one of those that I mentioned was a rookie contract. Looking for advice on Ridley. Should I keep or trade? I have Keenan, Nico, D Hop as my. You should keep Ridley. As soon as you said D Hop, we should keep Ridley. We should keep Ridley. Keeping it true with you. D Hop's probably the one that should go. D Hop's an oddball out of those, and that's only because he's hindered by who his quarterback is. Let's not get hype on Tennessee's offense. Tennessee as a whole can win football games. So Big Red, let's not, but in fantasy, I'm not sold on Tennessee. I'm not. Like, we got fucking Derrick Henry out there throwing touchdown passes. That's how incompetent the real quarterback is. Tannehill's not incompetent, but you get what I'm saying. And yeah, fuck these injuries, bruv. Fuck the injuries, dude. No one likes them. Like, yo, Big Trev, you understand. We relate. Same, but different. We get it, bro. We get it. I'm like almost thinking, like, do I like just do a shit ton of bets tonight? And I know that I'm not. I already know the answer to the question. It's just like the thought goes through my head. It's like, do I want to submit a betting slip tonight, knowing that I'm gonna do one Sunday morning? But like, here's the thing: like doing a betting slip, doing like a spread parlay or a money line parlay or over under parlay or mixing and matching on a Wednesday night, you feel like you got everything figured out, and you feel like all the emotion, like everything is so good. And then you fucking get to Sunday morning and it's like, well, this person's out. Now this person's out. Well, now that parlay has already gone to shit. It's like, that's the only reason why I'm not doing it, is because I know that I'm going to hit the Sunday rush. I always hit the Sunday rush. From Minnesota, what do you think about Kirko away and tanking for or trading Kirko away for Caleb, or like 80 of the 5 good QBs in the upcoming draft? I love it. Kirko's time in Minnesota has ran its course. That time has ran its course, Trev. Big Trev. Let's put some big trust on Kirko. The time has ran its course. He's got to go. Okay. Let's say Minnesota's like, we're not going to get one of the QBs this year. Y'all better damn sure get Shedeur the next year. If I'm Minnesota, I want something that's going to pop. I want something that Kirko's been cool. It's been a great personality. I want someone that Kirk got that dog, but like, I want that dog. The defense also isn't holding up for Kirk. So let's just keep it real with that too. The defense could be more efficient. The defense could be more efficient. Yes, with that first part. Phil's for a pick, yes. And please let it be Emmanuel Forbes to get his second pick of the year. B-Rob over rushing yard. Yeah, that's smack. More over receiving yards. Smack. Terry over receptions. Smack. Let's go. Yeah, I like that parlay. I like that. Caleb with Addison reuniting. That's what I'm saying. The whole time we suspected Arizona of the tanking. What if it's really just been Minnesota the whole time? What if it's just been Minnesota the whole time? This comment right here, that's gonna dig up some shit. That's the conspiracy theory. That's the NFL script writer's conspiracy theory of the fucking year, bro. Right there. Like, I was already just about to end the show. That's the perfect way to end it. This parlay which I'm going to tell, mixed with this narrative, that makes for a great 2-hour AMA. Like, breath. Yeah. I'm putting it on record. I'm putting it on air. Minnesota's tanking to reunite Caleb with Addison. We already figured they might be tanking for Caleb. This is the real reason. This is the real reason. And Addison's going to be the 2 next year. And KJ Osborne stays the 3. Done, son. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Turn this plaque into a freaking silver play button, okay? Share the content. Share it with your friends, your family, moms, dads, teachers, pets. Fucking share it in your fantasy football group chats. Like, I know a lot of people don't like sharing where they get their fantasy football and betting information. But, like, there's enough to go around. There's enough to go around. Bring more people to the live streams. Bring more people. We'll be live for tomorrow night's game, Thursday Night Football. I'll probably go live a little bit early to give you guys my bets, my parlays, and things of that nature. So make sure that you hit the bell so that you're notified whenever we go live for tomorrow's game, and that way you can get all of my bets and my DFS lineups and things of that nature right before we go into kickoff. Friday night, Rumboyz After Dark. Stay tuned for that. Friday night is going to be lit. Super excited to be on with the brethren. All my fellow pirates, me first mateys, me Barry crew. With that being said, we greatly appreciate, love each and every single one of you. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. I'm awesome cheap brew. All the Rumboyz and girls want to do. Dilly. We out of here. I love y'all. Let's have a great night. Like, comment, subscribe.
Holy shit.